Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into day 2 of the grandest party of them all. Season 28 or 29, one of the two. I actually can't really remember. I know I did this yesterday, but like I'm actually not kidding. Like it's a special season, you know? And in today's video, we're actually going to be utilizing Verse KAIDO. We have like strength buffs, int buffs, like all these characters, like strength 3 spirits are going crazy. Obviously they want you to use like the new Ace, the new Whitebeard and stuff like that. But they kind of nerfed int. So I was going to use Sabo today, but like I don't really have too much time, so I'm going to use him tomorrow. I'm going to use KAIDO. I want to see how KAIDO sort of still rocks in the game mode, because I've been using Strength Luffy. I've been doing a lot of testing because like we can just do like infinite retries. And I still think KAIDO, he's just better. He's just better than this new Gear 5. I still think int is definitely the king, but I really want to see how this particular KAIDO can actually fare against the new Strength Luffy. Obviously the downside is the new Strength Luffy is that we have to be very careful with the strength team that's running around, but early on, obviously, you're going to be able to see where that goes. If you enjoyed the video, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive in. Alright, so you can kind of go like one of two ways when it comes to taking on Luffy. Like, you can either find him in the Free Spirit team, or you can find him in the Strength team. Like I said early on, we're going to be able to see what teams we can go up against, so we can basically prioritize, hey, there's a strength team, let's throw the quick team, because KAIDO actually buffs quick as well. Remember, KAIDO is the verse variant to verse Luffy, who is a quick character, so they kind of go hand in hand with what they're doing in GP. So the powerhouse quick team, or like you can throw Blackbeard on here and do some fun stuff too. Driven characters work exceptionally well as well. You can do some crazy ass things. So we're going to throw that up against the front team, which is the strength team. But 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to take the chance and just put it against where Luffy is when we actually can't see what we're going up against. And the idea here is to get the Dex team away from that Free Spirit team, because they're, well, that wherever the Luffy is, because Luffy could easily just have like a strength team there, and then the Dex team could just like already be at a huge disadvantage. Strength has this guy right here, the anniversary exclusive Strength Luffy, who just goes absolutely crazy. So I feel like most of the time you're going to still see most of the time you're going to see Luffy on, the new Luffy that is. Of course you throw it back at me, you bastard. Oh, that kills KAIDO, that's so annoying. Most of the time you're going to see him on a Free Spirit team, if I had to guess. But I have seen a lot of strength teams running around. I've seen some wonky stuff as well. That burst that Luffy just threw at us, honestly, could be the game changer. I used my burst there because I was like, hell, like, if he's already got his charged, it's going to put us in a really good spot. But now, like, oh, look, we took out Luffy, we took out Kobe. And then we still have the Forced Out going against 2 characters that are kind of like not that detrimental. I found that now using Forced Out, if you use Forced Out on characters that don't really have that much impact besides their passives, it actually just works so much nicer in your favor. Thing is though, Luffy has 3 bursts this season as well. KAIDO always has 3 bursts, which is what makes him so incredibly valuable. King's not ready, okay. You killed Blue Jam, really bro? Come on. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, Kanjuro's gonna come in. But I find having the more bursts you have with like such an easy condition is what makes a ridiculously powerful leader. Damn, that was big damage, Magellan. Okay, so we're gonna take a burst off rip now. Luffy just like, all he needs to do is take 12 hits, and if you like hit 6 units with one character with the special, it's actually counting as 6 hits. So let's see how we go here. Like, I'm assuming that like the last team's a Free Spirit team, so that's where I've got my big old sort of driven-y build. The second team's actually Sai, which we should be able to take on with our Dex team here. Remember, we have a burst at our disposal, but the burst, it's better used when the enemy has a full charge, and I kind of want to stop that S-Bear Forced Out. That's kind of the play that I want to go with. We are versing a Wano Law, and we are running a predominantly powerhouse team. I've gone with the shooter variant with KAIDO, so that way I can still run that big old powerhouse team. I could have done like more of a Dex powerhousey build and then run int. That's definitely a play. But KAIDO's buffs to Dex are so nice that I think we can get away with it here. So okay, so let's do this now. Damn. Okay, I did that a little bit too late. That's okay. Do we hit Kuzan as well? Oh, so Esper is actually immune to Forced Out. I totally forgot about that. That's a blunder. Okay, so now we're gonna take another burst. Oof. I don't think we can survive 2. No, we cannot. All right. Well, look. any team tanking 2 bursts, that's always going to be a huge problem. Always going to be a huge problem. I probably shouldn't have used my burst and should have saved it, but in saying that too, the burst could have been the reason that the enemy got their other burst. So let's see how we go here. Look, this new Luffy, like, he's still really strong, but you got to remember that that second burst that we got hit with, it shouldn't exist. Alright, we have a pretty chunky powerhouse. Wow, okay. So we have a pretty chunky free spirit team, and then I started to look at it more, and I was like, wait, what the hell am I looking at? Yamato on the bench with Rayleigh Gaban in the front. Are they just banking on, like, massive cooldown reduction here? Because they're using Otama as well. Alright, Nami Karina, that's who we're aiming for with the forced out. Otama can heal back up, that's fine, I don't really care. Okay, there's a lot of characters with there. Oh, we only hit 1? Like, what the? I thought we hit more than 1. I thought Kaido hits 2 units for forced out. Huh. That's interesting. Targets 2 enemies with no... Ah, so we must have hit a character that's immune to forced out. We must have hit Luffy. Ah, unlucky. That's unlucky. It's all about timing with Kaido's burst, man. He's probably the most fun GP leader, but man, you really have to be like on point with his burst. And if you're not, it definitely can backfire. This is gonna hurt. Oof. See, that would have been good if we had another burst, because we would have just like literally used it now. Alright, we're still tanking fairly nicely. Big Mom and Katakuri are going to give us half stats, which I believe everyone on this team is susceptible to. So that's pretty good damage. The half healing means Otama's like going to heal back, but like she's not going to heal back nearly as much as what she normally would. Alright, so special bind off. Okay, Kaido, King have their super special, and the enemies have half stats, so this is going to go crazy. We just need to hit everyone. Luffy's going to revive. Okay, yeah, so we killed everyone. Luffy's going to revive, as always. Now we'll get the dot damage on Luffy, which is good. He can't heal. This bench is kind of looking pretty wonky and pretty scary. It's just mainly S-Hawk and Yamato. Wipey and an Ace need to go, so when they die, they'll go again. Nice. Alright, if you could bink off Luffy, that'd be swell. Okay, killing S-Hawk is massive. Yamato, I think, is going to auto-proc too, right? No, she didn't die. Okay, Luffy's now dead. Dot damage killed Luffy. And now we pretty much just win. Nice. Awesome. Alright, so pretty shaky in terms of that second fight, but look, like I said, we're not really going to win against the double burst. Ideally, this team is the one that I want to run first, so that way I get the burst value for my second two teams. But it's a lot of fun running Whitebeard and Ace still under the powerhouse build, and then doing some fun stuff there. Let's dive on to the next fight. Alright, so this one is like hella wonky. Like, they're not running a strength team at all. So I thought this was a good opportunity to see how the quick team actually goes up against Free Spirit. Like I said, later down the line, when you can't see what the enemy's running, putting quick up against wherever the Luffy leader is going to be probably the best option. Just so that way you can kind of guarantee if there is a strength team, hey, I'm going to be able to go up against it. Ideally, you don't really want to ever face the Free Spirit or the strength team first, because the quick team's always going to benefit more from a Kaido burst. So we're going to use Powerhouse first. Powerhouse, they're exceptional. They're ridiculously strong. They're a great starting team for Kaido. They can tank bursts. They've got disgusting HP stats, great defense, great damage output. This team in Grand Party goes crazy. You could easily run Luffy on the bench and bring in Sanjuan Wolf into the front. That is 100% a really good option. But look, we just pulled Whitebeard and Ace, and we have infinite retries. So like, let's actually just use the shiny new legends, right? That's probably the most fun thing to do. All right, so Big Mom Katakuri gonna go get some half stats off. This team obviously it's just like it's a very carbon copy mirror match, which I don't love. Ideally, probably should have gone with Dex first. Because like once they throw a burst out, is that their super special? Once they throw a burst out, we're just going to be in for a rough time, like a really rough time. Oof. Half stats means we're going to hit for peanuts. Yeah, we're going to hit for nothing. Okay, now we're getting super specialed. Oof. Damn. Let's see what happens here if we do this. See if we can actually get some like some cheeky forced out and some good damage. Sanjuan Wolf coming off the bench too provides a lot of defensive prowess for these later turns of the fight. So that's always going to be a good time as well. Not ideal. I think if we get hit with a burst, like we're in for like just a real rough day at the office, if you ask me. Really, really rough day. Plus we have this confusion mechanic from S-Snake. Yeah, rough stuff. We still have our super special of Big Mom Katakuri though, so we could do some fun stuff here. S-Hawk, please. Ah, that's unlucky. I think we're pretty much washed on this fight. So let's get hit by a burst, please. Damn. Okay. Well, shit. We might need to reevaluate this, go back into this fight, and change up our lineups if the game decides to, you know, function. All right, look, it's gonna be back up against the wall. The enemy still has 3 bursts. We only have 2, so it's gonna be really rough. It's gonna be a real uphill battle. Oh, they got Garp and Jin. Damn, lucky we don't have an int team here, right? Thing is, if we go into the last fight and they have 3 bursts at their disposal, like we can pretty much just call it an L. Like, I don't really see a world where we can win that. This is a really, really strong side team as well. Alright, Luci's gonna put in some work. I would love to save my burst, but like I just don't think we're gonna be in a world where we can do that. Esper's gonna do some forced out. Damn, hitting Ace is kind of cringe. Unless you kind of throw a burst at me right now and you protect Ace, like that honestly would be like real like top-notch scenario. Real top-notch scenario. Big damage from Frankie. Good stuff. Alright, Kaido's gonna hit hard, but we're not in the last 40-50 seconds yet, so. Alright, we can pretty much safely say we win this. I'd love to see a burst, please. Okay, beautiful. Wow, that actually was really tight. Oof, this is not good. Alright, what we can do is, we can use one of our... I don't even know what we can do here. This is going to be really close. I think in hindsight I should have flipped the teams. Or even just saved my burst. Because in theory, like they're going to burst like right away as soon as they're ready to go. So I feel like just utilizing our leader, our burst, to give me some stats. Hopefully that'll help us with... Okay, well that's all it needs to be with one attack. That's a problem. That's a problem. I wasn't fast enough. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at that speed. And then like Otama's just gonna heal back. Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, because like it's just a free heal. I need to get some rollback going before Nami Karina goes again. Ironically, I need to take some damage because now I'm just gonna die. like if there's 2 bursts getting thrown my way, like there's nothing we can do, man. Like there's literally nothing we can do. Like what? And then we skip and then we just lose, right? Yeah, we just lose. So let's dive back in. Let's probably not take on this particular build and we'll see how we go. All right, we're going to dive in against this particular team. I am going to go and try and go fairly fast here, mainly because I actually need to go, which kind of sucks. But look, it's dad life and stuff like that too. So first fight, we're going up against a very like weird ass Dex team. This one's going to be like a slugfest. So this one I'm actually just going to skip because I just think it's going to be like back and forth, back and forth. We did actually take a burst there and we tanked it really well. That's what I wanted to see from the last fight. But look, it was just a mirror match, and at the end of the day, whichever team goes first is always going to be really, really nice. Is always going to end up in the driver's seat in a much, much nicer position. So this one here is a fighter-based build. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. You think at that point you would just sort of funnel into strength. Everything's strength except for Katakuri. So I just find that incredibly strange. Incredibly, incredibly strange. So basically, if you're running sort of like those bigger meta-based teams, Luffy's probably still going to be a better option than something like Kaido. Kaido can definitely work and operate really well if you sort of time your shots. But Luffy Luffy having that extra burst this season just makes him very, very challenging to deal with. In a regular season, on a regular day, I can't really see a world where Luffy's better than Kaido. So he's going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. That's going to cause some forced out, and it's going to bait out the second burst. Or the extra burst. Damn, I was hoping for a kill there. Okay, didn't actually bait out the burst. Get some kills. Very nice. Now we're only hitting Luffy, which is good. Now we can bring back some units, and hopefully Magellan is going to hit really hard. No! It's annoying. Magellan's still okay, but like, we lose all those passives. Ironically, if we take a little bit more damage, as soon as they come back in, we can pop out for our burst. So if we just take like one more, if we take maybe Jack, if Jack could jump the queue, that's great. I don't really want to take a Kainu. Kainu's going to die anyway. Okay, there's the other revive. Where's ulti? Oh, we weren't even ready to go? That's nuts. Okay, well, look, we can probably still win this with the burst. Luffy's immune to forced out. We need to remember that. I'm just going to use this. Fuck it. Okay, I was hoping the damage would just kill, but whatever. It's not. Okay, once Blue Gem and Magellan go, we should win this. Nice. Okay, beautiful. So, good stuff there. I didn't actually check what the second team was, but that's pretty much how I would operate it if we couldn't see what we're going up against. If it was Free Spirit, obviously it would have been a different story, but there can be opportunity where there is strength. So this is one of those situations where if I couldn't see what I was doing, I would put the quick team second. But because we can, obviously we have the opportunity to do this. So this is going to be the Kaido's biggest downfall if he has to take on Luffy, is not knowing what he's coming up against. Especially right now, Luffy's just like in the driver's seat with the 3 bursts. Like Kaido having 3 bursts on a regular gives him the edge, but when you equate that to both having like the same amount of bursts, it is going to be a problem. Now, strength is just disgusting right now. Like, I probably shouldn't have skipped that. I should have probably played it out to use the burst, but I am in such a rush right now. I'm just like, I need to go. So I'm just trying to get these done as quickly as possible. So second team's Free Spirit. Hopefully we can just use the burst to our disposal and then just win the next 2 fights. That's going to be the goal. Thing is, though, if the enemy doesn't use their burst on this particular fight, then we're going to be in for a rough time. But at the end of the day, we can just run it back. And that's going to be on me for like trying to speed through it. But like I said, I'm just in, and I apologize for this because I'm just in such a rush that I have to go. So it's a bit of a shame. Once an army Korean is ready to go, I'm just going to bink them with a forced out. Alright, beautiful. Get Nami Karina out of there. I just don't have to deal with any rollback shenanigan. I kind of want to take a burst, but like not yet. Alright, so let's skip this and let's see how we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we did actually take a burst, and we won on the death shot there. Now we have 2 bursts going into the final fight. When they have 1, they're going to burst off rip against our Dex team, and hopefully we can use the double burst situation to just win us the game with the forced out mechanic. As I said, guys, I do apologize that that this last part has been so rushed, but I feel like we've seen enough from KAIDO against Luffy for me to make an assumption that I do think that KAIDO is a little bit better. Luffy right now, he has the edge with teams. Honestly, I could bring a strength team. I could bring an int team. Those teams are going to shine very well under KAIDO as well. I've just kind of put together what I would normally run with KAIDO. As like I said, I'm in a bit of a rush. So 34 HP, man. You're not touching us. Yeah, sick. I'm in a bit of a rush right now. And remember, like that burst right there that Luffy hit us with, that shouldn't exist. So that's something that we need to consider and remember when it comes to seeing the damage output that Luffy's providing against us here. Alright, so let's... Oh, that's unfortunate. That was really... That's the downside to KAIDO, man. You got to be on point with these bursts. Otherwise, you're going to miss a forced out just like that. I should have got more forced out value out of that, but unfortunately it is what it is. And I wanted to hit Rebecca Toy Soldier as well, but that's wasn't meant to be. So, we should be able to kill most of the units here. Nice. Luffy's going to build up our burst again. Don't hit... Okay, that's annoying. So don't hit Frankie, but at the same time, don't hit anyone, if I'm honest. Don't hit anyone. Ace should do big damage here. Good defensive drops, and honestly, this should win us the game. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. So there you guys go. That is going to wrap up day 2 of the grandest party of them all. KAIDO, he's still a monster, man. Like, if you've got him, flaunt him. He's just absolutely exceptional. If you can't use Int Luffy, KAIDO's the next best man. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's